My name is Douglas Johnson. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and this is actually my first year displaying any of my mocks, and so my first year at BrickFair.
Okay, well this is an awesome build here for your first year.
I'm really excited to have it here, and so really I first built the castle. I started on the castle about a year ago, and didn't have plans to show it, and so I built it with the doors will open from the back, you know, so we could play and have battles and stuff like that. And then I started on the left side, so built the blacksmith on the mountain and that waterfall there, and several of the shops, the bar and the pub and the restaurant. And then I decided, you know, I want to build this huge mountain and a waterfall, and so I have to do it slopes, and I have to try and do it without seeing any of the studs. And so I kind of rushed, and I did it in 3 months, and just the mountain, not the black tower. That had been together for about a year. And I wired the lights up myself. I'm a small voltage electrician, and it's running on about 12 volts. And I think there's lots of little hidden elements in here. And I've had a sign out, you know, can you find 3 owls and 2 bear traps and things like that. So I have people come over to my place all the time, and, you know, I haven't changed anything for, say, 3 months, but they always see something new. And it's always nice to see, to have other people come and point out things and, you know, ask questions. Oh, how did you do that? And it's great to be here at the show and be able to talk with some of the fans and talk about building.
Yeah, and I think it's those little details that kind of take it to the next level. You know, it's really cool to be able to see all that cool little details. Like you've got over here, if you want to talk a little bit about this area, you've got all the different food area. You've got the really neat nights going down, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and so obviously I don't think in medieval times, I don't think we had bananas in the market, or maybe pineapples, but, you know, those were some really cool Lego features that I really wanted to capture and bring in, as well as the farm with the pumpkins and melons and the corn. I love my instrumentalists here. Some of those instruments came from Brick Warriors, a little plug there. And so they're set up pretty nice. I usually have some music playing, but it's just a little loud in here to have the music playing today. My little painter, I painted his canvas there. And of course with my knights, I've tried to stay with the original Dragon Knights as much as I can. And that's really my favorite faction of the minifigs. Probably my favorite part of the castle is actually the stained glass. Building that, laying it down flat on a table in a frame, flipping it over, trying to glue it on the back. It broke twice on me, and so it kept getting better and better as I would have to redo it. And so I need a light to shine through the back, but I think with the floodlights we have in here, it shines through pretty good.
Yeah, and I think that part turned out great. I love seeing those mosaics, you know, incorporated into castles, and I think you did a really good job with that. It definitely draws your eye to that part of the castle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite parts. A little difficult using the cheese slopes, but I was able to get it all to work. Mm-hmm.
And then if you keep moving down this direction, what are some of the buildings we've got down here?
Mm-hmm. So up here at the top, we have our blacksmith, and he's got all his gems, and then he's selling his armor and his knives and stuff. And we have our a spear guy unloading spears from the cattle truck. Here, if I'll pick up this bar right here, let me pick this up, and we'll open this. Whoops. Sorry about that. All right. And then he will actually open up.
Oh, there you go. Very cool.
I like my little lady bartender down there. Got to have the turkey on the top. Mm-hmm. Yep. And so there's that building.
So you kind of got some play features almost throughout with the buildings opening up.
I do. And, you know, that makes it more fun to build, you know, and play with. So obviously the Blue Falcon Knight coming in to the castle scene to maybe get some R&R or maybe practice his sparring techniques. And then up here, our guard tower, he's got slits in the bottom for hot oil to drop down on these forest creatures here. And then in the back, it's a little difficult to see, but there is a stand for if I were to do a joust scene here, this is where the royal court would be, sitting right up in there.
Yeah, well, this whole build I think came together really well. So how's this move then for transportation? Is it to take this to convention with such a big build? How's that work?
Yeah, it actually wasn't that difficult. The castle is one piece, and the rocks at the bottom, those come off with the water. And then the mountain, the black tower, comes off, and then the mountain is all one piece coming out to here. So it's just one big piece, and it's heavy. All the buildings go in a box. Everything else comes apart and goes in individual bags and then boxes. So pretty much comes almost fully apart.
Yeah, very neat. And then I think we should point out what you're wearing here, because I like you've got kind of the medieval garb on, some chainmail kind of stuff here.
Yeah, I've actually made a lot of this myself, and I actually do have full chainmail armor. It's just a little too heavy today, but I love the scale mail with the arm piece, and just the fact that the tunic is a little chainmail-y, you know. And it helps with the theme and get everybody enthused. You know, so yeah, it's a lot of fun here.
You get kind of the whole package going with everything then. That's really awesome. Thanks for showing us the build. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.